kind of would have thought by now that like after everybody that owns a camera and a mic made a video on boy mums, you know, really berating them for just how like weird they are, that every single boy mum would have just disappeared to the shadow realm. But no, this one stands undefeated. If anything, she's kind of doubled down on the whole thing, and it's just gotten way more cursed and way more weird for everybody involved. Her children, they're the ones that are gonna be deeply psychologically disturbed by this for years to come, and probably pass it on to their children. Generational trauma. Well done, Miss Lady. You're nailing it. Hello there. My name is Cowder's Life, and if you're new to this channel, we do video essays and then we kind of discuss it in the comments and go back and forth and share our opinions and ideas on the subject that we're talking about in that video. And you know, if you're not new here, sorry I sound so annoying. I'm ill still. It's horrendous. I feel very nauseous. But we're also going to try something new today. I've been watching my video essays back and I noticed they're very choppy, and I don't really like that. I want my videos to feel more like a one-man podcast of some guy just like ranting randomly on his couch. So that's what we're going to try and do today. Anyway, today we're diving back into the world of boy mums, and I had pretty much completely forgotten about boy mums, you know. My mind was on other things until I saw this TikTok this girl put up of how her mum is like so excited for her son to come home. Like she's waiting at the door like, where is he? Where is he? Do you know, like a loyal dog or something? And she's prepared him food and all of that like loveliness. But of course the mum never treats the daughter, the, you know, the one that uploaded this TikTok, like that. It's you know, your food's on the table, just go get it when you want it. But for her Mr. Man, for her special little boy, it's my sweet lovely boy that can do no wrong. I've made you this meal. Mummy will wash your clothes. Mummy doesn't care that you're 30 and you should be fully functional by yourself. You know, it's a weird double standard. And the only reason why I'm not sharing the TikTok is because that TikTok felt very personal, and it felt like someone was sharing part of their life, and I don't think it needs more eyes staring at it and prying into her oh god, I'm coughing, and prying into her personal life. This is what unedited videos are now. You see me cough, I'm not just faking being ill. But yeah, so I don't really want to share it because it feels weird us all gathering around and looking into such a personal TikTok. But what I do want to take from that TikTok is the comment section. It was lots of other, you know, people who can relate to the horrible scenario of having a boy mum, a mum that does prefer her boy children over, you know, the girls, and how they were treated differently. Like, here are some of the comments. I went home for 5 days. My bro came around for dinner once and it was the highlight. He only lives 20 minutes away and I'm 60 miles. Yeesh. Yeah, blatant favoritism probably. Must have been awkward around that dinner table. So Johnny, how are you, my sugar puffy Mr. Man little boy? Linda, pass him all the food. He needs it. He's a growing boy. Johnny's 32. His brain's fully developed. My brother will say or do the most unfunniest things, and my mum will act like he's some sort of renowned award-winning comedian. Yeah, that's a tough one. There's two routes you can take that. Maybe your brother's just funnier than you. That's impossible! Or it is, yeah, she just loves him. She's his little saint that can't do no wrong. But anyway, this kind of got me thinking back into the world of boy mums, as I hadn't really thought about them in a hot minute. I don't know why I said that. So of course, when you jump back into that world, you've got to look straight at the poster boy, or the poster mum, should I say, for that world, which is this lady. And boy, has she doubled down on her craziness. She really does not look like she's stopping anytime soon. And I'm sure it must be rage bait at this point. Like you know, when people on purposely make obtuse, annoying content because they know it provokes a reaction. Oh my goodness, this video will just be a compilation of me coughing just at different points throughout the video. I know I said I wanted this video to be less choppy, but we swapped out choppiness for just like coughing fits. I'll try and keep them back. Yeah, this lady is unreal. Like, let's just look at these TikToks that are so, they've got to clearly be rage bait, right? Because otherwise, how are you this nuts? Bro has definitely got to skin all the cats in the neighborhood. Imagine trying to be like a present parent and like giving your kid a timeout, which is, you know, the normal thing to do, as kids don't understand like right or wrong really clearly when they're a baby. So you need to do like a okay, that's bad, you go stand in the corner, and then you'll understand that's bad. Like, you know, when you puppy train a puppy, and then the mother comes in like it's some sort of like WWE championship match, like she's cashing in the money in the bank, and she's like, no, you stop that right there, that belt is mine. But it's not a belt, it's a living, breathing child that's growing up, and you're now confusing him from what's right and wrong and giving him Oreos for when he's being troublesome. And he's ginger, which I know isn't a point. And this is the reality of an unscripted video. I just saw you as ginger, and I thought, poor soul, he's gonna have a horrific time growing up just like me. But then, you know, at least when you're an adult, you'll get like OAPs telling you they love your fiery red hair, and you can just be like, okay, cool, cheers. But again, we've digressed. The point is, this content is nuts, and you would have thought she would have like changed up her content, because she surely must have seen that everybody used her videos when they were talking about boy mums, because it was such an obvious example of a boy mum. You know, clearly from her content you can infer that she really does prefer her boy child. You would have thought that after all that berating she got online, she would switch up her content and be like, yeah, I love the girls too. But no, she doubled down. She's like, boy mum here to stay. So what if all the local cats have gone missing? That's nothing to do with my cutie patootie. Now I think you could be wrong there. Like, what in the Bates Motel is this content? POV, you find out the first letter of the name of your son's first girlfriend. Digital footprint. Like, surely as your children grow up and get older, and then they see this content, they're just going to be like...
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really...
Like, your therapy bill, you're going to have to pay for these children. It's going to be monumental. Even with all the TikToks you are making like this, it will not cover the medical bills they will require for their mental health counselling. Like, clearly, some people in the comments think she's doing a bit, you know, right? Like a ha-ha, oh, when your child first starts dating, you know, maybe other parents can be like, yes, it's a bit of a scary, nerve-wracking time. Someone commented, you should be an actress. She replied, I'm not acting. Is this for age bait or not? Oh my god, that cough was so high. That's like, what's that, cough 3 now? I sound like, you know, Zoolander when he goes to work the mines of the day and he's like, yeah, I've got the black lung pops.
I think I'm getting the black lung, Bob.
But she's not acting, and it's getting me so worked up that I need to cough, because this is genuinely nuts. What is the pipeline to boy mum? Like, what is it? How does it happen? How do you wake up one day and be like, yeah, boop, I'ma choose emotional incest because what? It's insane. But you know, with TikTok, you can really expect nothing less. Apps like this are not for like the greater good of society. They're always very much at the detriment of society. People getting like over familiar and sharing too much on the internet. But it's like one of those like awful things where you can't look away. You want to watch it all unfold. And I think this is what like the rise in social media of like oversharing, you know? Where does shame go? Shame's good. Shame makes you work on yourself. A woman like this should be in therapy, working through these feelings. But instead, because of social media, you can monetize it so you never grow. You just overshare and further perpetuate toxic behavior. And you make it seem nice and well packaged for other people, so other people get into this habit of thinking, and it's dangerous. When you get replaced by your mini-me, so you make a mini him. Oh, so it's like a love competition. So the dad's also a freak, is what I'm learning. And then because he's a freak and the mum feels unloved and unwanted because he's got his new shiny model, which is horrific way to think about humans. Like, imagine being like, oh, this is the new mini version of you. I prefer this one. Odd. So she's like, I'm gonna get back at him and I'm gonna love this child and give him all the attention. Emotional incest is so weird, man. So weird. Stop. Yeah. Sometimes in this video I've gotten like really self-aware of like how annoying and nasally my voice is during this because of the cold. And I'm like, everyone's switching off on this one. Well, but hey, at least we tried something new on this video. If we don't like it, we can just go back to the old reliable chop my content up. Yeah, anyway, surely the comments must be saying something like mad things about this. Freud, OMG, he's cackling. You can't see my legs. I was kicking my feet. I was like, he's probably kicking his little feet as well in his little grave. Replacing me is a weird sentence when it's about your children. Honestly, yes, it actually is. It's nuts. And this is a thing with procreation. Everyone can do it. And should they? If this is the result, maybe there's a test you have to pass. Are you going to be weird and displace your emotions onto your children? You are. Maybe don't have the kid. Maybe get a dog. Just be the weird person that's obsessed with their dog and, you know, takes it to all the dog shows. Maybe that's more your speed, because a child, you're just going to give generational trauma. They're probably going to grow up and be a giant weirdo to their children, and most likely one of them will, you know, skin cat. I don't know why I always say these people skin cats. I think I said that a lot in my last Boy Mums video, that they skin cat. I don't know. I think it's just by default. I'm always just like, surely if you're this weird about your child and you teach a man, especially a man as well, right? If you teach a man they can do no wrong, they always grow up to be nutcases, because their sense of morality and their sense of justice is so skewed by their self-worth that they're just nuts.
I love you, you love me.
Yeah. Those girls are gonna stab you in your sleep. That's an awful thing for me to say. But how do the girls or her like daughters not feel horrific even making this content? Even if you know, like, right, that it's acting and it's a bit, mummy's just doing a bit, she's had some wine and now she's feeling funny. You know, as a child, you can't really like justify and critically think about all that in your head. You're just gonna be like, this is weird, and maybe even downplay it a little bit, and they do compartmentalize and they do get past it. In like 10-15 years, they're going to be like, yeah, that was messed up. And then they probably get really drunk on nights out and they cry and they talk about it, and then they end up doing like a TikTok down the line being like, remember when I was young and my mum would get drunk, she'd make us do TikToks, and she would be like, I prefer my son, my special boy, and we would just have to be like, you see, it's problematic. Stop it. We need this lady on like a podcast, maybe like on a Brittany Broski one. That'd be so interesting, just seeing Brittany Broski communicating with this woman. But then I guess it's the argument of like, do you want to give people like that a platform that are perpetuating bad ideas about how you should raise a child and being a boy mum and all the pros and cons that go along with that, right? That's a moral minefield. Let's just see what the comments are saying about this sort of video. I cannot wait to hear the tale all these kids will come out with when they turn 18. Yeah, the talk show will go nuts. Like, the girls will be able to give so many anecdotal stories of when their mother was just weird in the name of content. It's just funny. It's just humor. It's just a laugh. Mummy's being silly and funny on the internet. No, mummy's psychologically damaging me. Not my mum. I was doing that as a POV. I'm her child. I'm her child. Oh, this is weird. Not my mum. Me and my mum are cool. Hello, legal guardian, if you're watching. Anyways, I found a comment that is on the mother's side. These comments peeve me off. Trust me, the little girls aren't feeling neglected. They seem quite happy taking part in this video with mum. Yeah, probably because they're actually just happy to get some attention from their mum. You know, the one that makes content about preferring her boy. They're probably just happy to be involved, because you know, when you're a kid, you seek validation so much from your parents, right? Like, you want to grow up and be like just like them. Like, I remember when I was a little kid, I just wanted to be just like my dad. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to be just like him. And like, when people asked what I wanted to do, I'd say his job. And I didn't even understand what his job was. It's just because I wanted to be him, right? So you can see how the daughters would be happy to be in the videos. But if you just take this frame from the video, they're looking pretty peed. Like, you know, at the beginning of that video, the kids look peed. Like, you can see the anger, like, here we go again. But at least it's some time with mummy. And I suppose, like, when you think about it, like, content like this, it comes down to, like, even if it is a joke, right, and this is a bit, it's still like a weird, I need to cough. Yeah, sorry about that. Even if that is the case, right, it's still weird. We can all agree it's a weird joke. Like, just because you can make a joke about something doesn't mean you should, or that it is funny. You know what I mean? Like, there's funnier jokes out there, Anna, you could do with your family. You know, to be honest, I would literally rather see cringy family prank content over weird content like this, because even if you tell your kids, oh, it's just funny, it's just a joke, it's just like, yeah, but why do you even want to make that joke? Is there something going on here that maybe you do prefer the boy? Do you do prefer hanging out with the boy? And if so, why? Like, I feel like I don't know if I'm articulating this well, but I feel like even if it is a joke, it's still coming from somewhere, right? That concept, that thought process has been in your head, like, oh, I love my little boy, he's my perfect man. And like, why is that? And yes, your kids, because they're kids, they won't be critically thinking about it now. So if you tell them, oh, it's just a joke, mummy being silly, yes, they'll probably accept it now. But you know, as they get older and as they have more oh goodness, life experience, you know, they might be like, that was weird, and they're gonna feel probably a bit twisted about it as they get further down the line, and they'll probably put you in a really crap old people's home, and honestly, rightfully so. I think you might deserve that one, Anna. And I think kind of to conclude on this and like this dive into Anna's world, it's just like, I guess in like this modern world, it's like, how far do you go for content and entertainment of others? Like, if your content is at the expense of your children and perpetuates toxic ideas around men and what that further represents in society about like, my boy can do no wrong, he's the man of the house, and all that just archaic nonsense, I'd probably say don't do the content, even if you say it's a joke, you know, because it's weird and it has a lot of weird context around it. And I do think it's probably going to affect your daughters somewhere down the line, whether they realize it now or not. So with that, Anna, I would say, damn it, girl, just go be a cringe family prank channel or something, please. This is too much. This is far too much. Stop. Anyway, this has been your boy Cowder's Life. Ew, Cowder's Life. So I'm not really doing life that well. Let me know if you prefer this style of more like informal chattiness, or do you prefer it when I like actually have like concrete points that I'm trying to make in the video? I kind of like freeballed it here, or just, you know, let's talk about boy mums in general in the comments section. But yeah, there'll be another video essay here. Feel free to check it out. And I shall see you in the next video. Okay, bye.